You are tuned in to your dose of positivity. I am Marlene Motivates, and as I always say, just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life.
And to gain further support, join my channel membership. Hey, motivators, how are you guys doing? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. So good to see you all. I hope everybody's doing well. And I can't wait to get into today's dose of positivity. But before then, I am Marlene Motivates. I am the content creator of this channel where I share positivity, encouragement, mindset shifting, all of that. So welcome. Whether you're new or you're a returning motivator, thank you so much. So let me go to the comment section and see who is here. Oh, Marlon, how are you doing, Marlon? Good to see you. I really appreciate it. Yes, everybody, please thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Got a member in the house and a moderator. Much appreciated. Yes, happy Wednesday. So today I want to talk to you all about you become what you listen to and also who you listen to. So let me put up that banner right here. Yeah, because we have to realize that we become what we listen to. So I know a lot of people don't really get it, and I didn't really get it because my mom used to tell me that all the time. You become what you listen to and also who you listen to. But things don't resonate with you while you're young until you actually go through some things and then you find out the wisdom in others' advice. So I'm giving you the hard time, the struggle that I didn't have to go through if I had just listened, but I didn't listen. But here I am today in front of you saying the same message that my mother gave me about 20 years ago. You become what and who you listen to. Let me first start off by saying there are a lot of things that we hear on a day to day basis. We hear things on social media, we see things on social media, we hear things from the entertainment world. There's things that we hear and we see from family. So we're always um, getting things put onto us. There's always so much sensory things that's happening to us, and we have to be careful what we digest and take in and listen to and what we discard. That's so important for us to not listen to everything that we hear. There are certain things that we hear that is not good for our spirit. Those are things that are not good for our mental health. There are things that are not good for us spiritually. There are things that is not good for our physical health. There's some things that we hear that is not good for our mental health. Yes, all of those things. So I just wanted to encourage all of you to be careful with the things that you hear, be careful with what you listen to. That's why I've been hearing since I was a little girl, be careful of the music you listen to what you watch on TV. It's called TV programming for a reason. Be careful of also the everything, because the things that we hear are affect what we think about ourselves, affect our belief system, affect our get up and go, or even when we choose to, I don't even want to try, I just want to give up. So if we're always hearing and listening to negativity, if we're always a part of drama, or we're around people who are dramatic, this is what we become. We become that because you are what you listen to. You become the things that you hear. You become everything that you believe. So be careful of the things that you believe about yourself. And I wish I knew when I was younger that everything that people say to me is not true. There are a lot of things that people say to you because they're projecting their fears, their worries, their doubts, what they wish that they would do. And even people are projecting onto you jealousy because they wish that they could maybe one be you, have your lifestyle, have your family, have your confidence, have your business mindset. So there are a lot of things that we hear from other people, and we have to be careful that we don't let other people discourage us from who we are, from what we are, from the things that we have been through. And I have said it many a times, people can always try to be like us and all of those things, but nobody can be you. Nobody can be me. Nobody has your story. Nobody has your drive. Nobody has that. That's something that nobody can take away. Nobody can take away what has been implanted, downloaded on the inside of you. Nobody can stop that, and nobody can hinder it. But a lot of times we get discouraged, we feel down, we doubt ourselves, we doubt our power, our energy, what we are, the reason why we're here, the reason for your existence, because of negativity of other people. And it hurts our feelings when somebody says that's dumb or that's stupid or you're nobody and you can't do it because of what they're going through. So we have to really be careful of what we listen to. Are you listening to positive messages? Are you listening to people who are actually doing something with their life and not just talking about it? That's something that I had to really be cognizant of. That I had to be very careful of my own personal light, because other people will dim your light. stop you, slow you down from your potential that is within you. Yes, all of you motivators, there is potential within you. Each and every one of you has a potential for success, but if you're not being fed that, if you're not being encouraged with your gift and your talent, and you actually start believing the negativity from other people because maybe one they don't want to do anything with their life, maybe they're a lazy individual, maybe they've already given up on their life and they don't even understand why you are trying. Don't let anybody take away from your worth. Don't let anybody take away from your power. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. You must know that for yourself. So that's why there is so much power in what we listen to. There is so much power in the things that we choose and select to listen to. And it brings me to my next point. Hey, Taisha Renee, how are you doing? Welcome, Leticia. Really appreciate you. Hey, Lovey. Welcome. Good to see you guys. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. Shout out to everyone who is in the chat and those who are watching in the replay. Hey, Realist One, how are you doing? Got my mods and my members in the house. Really appreciate all of you. Yeah, be careful what you listen to. I didn't know when I was younger that you become what you listen to. So if you have people around you that are not driven, that they're discouraged, that they hate themselves, and that's what you're always listening to, right? You're listening to their negativity. You're listening to all their projections. You're listening to their fears and their worries and their doubts. They doubt themselves. They hate themselves. They're not driven. It's all of those things. Don't let another person's lack of drive, their own discouragement, their being lazy stop you from being who you are. Never let another person tell you who you are. You have to work on strengthening your mind. Okay, strengthen your mind, motivators. Remember, you must know yourself. See, I'm all about spreading positivity, motivation, self love, all of that. And there are times that, yes, we as human beings, we are imperfect, we do wrong, we make mistakes, we doubt ourselves, all of those things. But don't let other people put on you their own projections, their own fears. You have to have people around you that are supportive of you, supportive of your dreams, supportive of who you are, from where you've come from your own personal growth. You got to have people in your life that will speak it over your life and say, "You're amazing. You can do it. You got this. I will support you. Keep on thriving." So that's why I always say I'm an advocate for making sure you're around positive people. I advocate for positivity. I advocate for motivated people. I advocate for people who uplift others, especially those who are business minded. Tell them, continue on. I support you. You got this. We all must have people like that in our life. And if we don't, we need to rethink the people who we call friends. And even our very own relatives, they can be the most cold hearted, the most negative, and the most discouraging. I'm not saying it to put down other people, but it is what it is. There are some that we love them, but we can't deal with them because they're going to drag you down. They're going to take from you. They're going to pull from you. They're going to make you weak minded. They're going to make you doubt your own gifts. They will make you doubt your own abilities because they don't have the ability within. They don't have the drive. And also, they don't have your backstory. I will tell you something about Marlene's life. There was a time when Marlene wasn't driven. I wasn't encouraged. I didn't care about myself. I didn't love myself because the people around me were projecting those onto me. They told me I was nobody. They told me I could never do anything. Own your own business. How can you do that? You're not anybody. You can't do it. I didn't do it. You're not smart enough. You're not intelligent enough. I'm here to tell you that when you have people like that around you, you will never prosper. You will never grow with negative people. So you got to distance yourself. You got to back away from those people. And I even encourage you, move away from them. Get away from them. Change your zip code, change your area, and also stop talking to them. You don't need those negative people in your life. You really, really don't. For a long time, I always thought that I had to keep these negative people in my life because they had the same blood running in their veins. They were my relative. But just because somebody is your relative does not mean they want the best for you. Hmm, that was a new thought for me. That was a new thought for me. Well, what do you mean? They're my relative. I must love them. I must do things for them. No, you don't. See, that's some negative things. That's some backwoods, whatever thinking. That's the things that maybe past generations thought. That while you love them, while you want the best for them, they may not want the best for me. They may not want the best for you. And that's why I say you become what you listen to. So, are those people that you're listening to, are they negative people? Are they the people who are very discouraged? They're lazy. They're not doing anything with their life. Is that somebody that you really want in your circle? We have to think about those things. Think about those things and think about your own worth. Hey, Word, how are you doing? Welcome in. Got a member and a mod in the house. Yes, all facts, Marlon, all facts. Puzzle Pieces says, change your country. Just saying. Yes, sometimes you have to. Whatever it has to be for you to feel good about yourself. And it's not, it may not always be taken lightly. They're going to say, you think you're all that. You think you're better than me. You think this and you think that. Let them say whatever they want to say. Today is every day you wake up is an opportunity for change. Every day you wake up is an opportunity for change. Will you use the opportunities that are in front of you? Or are you going to sit on your talents? Are you going to sit on your gifts? Are you going to listen to them and their foolishness? Or are you going to allow yourself to have the final say? Thank you so much, Marlon. Yes, time goes by fast. Wow, over a year. Thank you so much, Marlon. I appreciate your support and motivation as well. Yes. Hey, Raymond, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we hear, and there's a lot of times that we settle, you know? And I definitely was one that I settled, or maybe if you're not settling, you're waiting for the people that you love to catch up to you. And I know that this is a strong message and it's not going to be taken lightly. I'll step on some toes, and people don't want to hear this. But your relative, the person you're in a relationship with, your friends, they may be the main persons that are stopping you and slowing you down from winning, slowing you down from your potential, slowing you down from your peace of mind, slowing you down from your financial prosperity. Now, what say all of you motivators? What do you listen to? What is your perspective on this? Do you listen to everybody who talks to you? Or do you just, you know how to draw the line, drown out that white noise? You have to do that because you have to show how much you care about yourself At the end of the day, you're the one that has to look at yourself in the mirror. You're the one that has to look at your personal bank account. You have to know what works for your family dynamic. So be careful what and who you listen to. Let's go on to the second point. I think I went into that a little bit, but yes, be careful who you listen to, because there are people that they don't know what they're talking about. There's a lot of people who spread things, and it's rumors, it's lies, it's gossip, it's all of those things, or it's something discouraging. We don't need that in our life. We need things that's going to build our mind, that's going to encourage us, that's going to make us feel good about ourselves, that will say, go ahead and do your dream. I'm here to support you. Those are the people that you need in your life. So be careful who you listen to. Not everybody who is saying things is the right things for us. Listen to the right information, not just all information. And, for a long time, I spent so much time explaining why it is I was making the moves I was making. I was so busy explaining why I wanted to do X, Y, and Z, why I didn't want to help people anymore, why I was working on myself, why I went to therapy, why I love myself, why I eat like I eat, why I move like I move, because I know my worth. And when you know your worth, you have no other choice. See, with knowledge becomes responsibilities. Now I have a responsibility to love myself because I know my worth. I have the responsibility to also spread that to all of you motivators and anybody I come in contact with. I encourage people. I motivate people. I support people. So be careful who you listen to, and be careful what you listen to, okay? Let's get into point number 3. You become what or who you listen to, so be careful who you trust. There are a lot of people, relatives, and I will say especially relatives, and especially the one that you're in a relationship with. We think a lot of times because we love them, right? Our relatives, our relationship. We think that because we love them, they love us back. They may be using you, they may be playing games with you, they may be lying to you, stabbing you in the back, gossiping about you, or maybe they're just not good for you. There are some people who are our relatives, our friends, our coworkers, and they just are slowing you down and stopping you from the potential that you have within yourself. Yes, each of us motivators has a potential to win, to succeed. We each have a set of talents and gifts, but the question is, are you using them? And a lot of times we can't use our talents and our gifts effectively because of them and their drama, because we have to support them, because you have to always build them up, that you have no time to build up your own self, to focus on your own mental health, to focus on your own spirituality, to focus on making your finances in check and doing what you need to do for you, and taking care of your own physical health. They have you going crazy, blood pressure through the roof, not eating properly, not being able to go and get your exercise and take care of yourself. See, it's not worth it. Some people are not worth it in our lives. Stop settling, motivators. Stop settling. You deserve way better than settling. And it hurts sometimes. It hurts that the people that we love the most, we have to walk away from because we love ourselves, because we know what we're made of, we know what we deserve. So, not everybody can be trusted. See, it has to be a track record of trust. What are they doing that proves that they can be trusted? Is it words? Is it words? Is it deeds? Yeah, it's about the action. Are they proving by their action that they can be trusted? That's a that's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Let's see what I missed in the comment section. And I have a small team of 5 I trust and ask advice from. Awesome puzzle pieces. Keep your circle small. Hey, Unique Speaks, how are you doing? Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here and supporting. You're hitting it on the nail, Marlene Motivates. I would say I listen to everything and everyone, but I'm responsible for what I allow to influence my thoughts and emotions. Definitely, you have to be careful. Awareness is key. Awesome word. Thank you so much for your comment. Hey, Robert. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Really do appreciate everybody. If everybody could please hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. Yes, everybody, be careful who you trust. Um, and it took me a lot of having my bank accounts in the negative, not being able to fund my own dreams because I'm so busy supporting them and funding their dreams and taking them out of the hole that I don't have time to work on my plans, work on my own business, and support and love myself. All of that, all of that, motivators, be careful. Don't just go by what they say and the promises that they, oh, I promise I'll pay you back, I promise. But their track record has already proven to you that they can't be trusted. Hello, hello, motivators, wake up. They have already proven to you that they cannot be trusted, but you're steady saying it to yourself, oh, it's okay, or I have to because this is my relative, I have to because this is my friend, I have to because I'm in a relationship. No, you don't. You don't have to do nothing for grown folks. What my dad said, all you have to do is live your prosperous life and stay in line with your energy. That's all you have to do every day. That's all I have to do, and that's all I am prepared to do. Check your energy and check other people's energy as well. Period. Don't let other people use you and play games with your head. I'm trying to tell all you motivators. Yes, act accordingly. Yes, I'm so glad you needed to hear this, Marlon. Yes. Yes, word. Hey James, how are you doing? Welcome. Got all so many members in the house. I really appreciate you. Right. I do nothing I'm not led to. I listen, one and one person only. Exactly. Unique speaks. So let me get back into this information right here. So I have my point number 3. Oh, point number 4. Okay. I got 2 more points. Let me put my link here in the chat for Miss Nexie or for Geo because they always have a standing um, that they can always come up. That part, if you have to convince yourself there's a problem. And that's one of the things, I'm so glad you brought that up, Word. And that's a great point to highlight. We usually have to really convince ourselves sometimes, you don't want to do and you feel kind of, I don't know, you don't feel drawn to, you don't feel a pull. I always say that the right decisions, it naturally aligns and you just like a magnet are drawn to making that decision because it's right. But if things aren't aligning, it's just not making sense or all of that, no, don't do it if it doesn't feel right. If your spirit says no, it's being blocked for a reason. If your spirit says no, and if their track record is not trustworthy, listen to that too. Hey, Wellness. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. So let's get back into this, motivators. Let's get back into this. Be careful who you associate with. Everybody that you may know is not good for you. There are some people that just by being around them, they take away your energy. They discourage you from your promises. They all of those things. Don't let other people drag you down. They will stop your mindset. They'll make your mindset blurry. Like you'll have no drive. You have no drive. They will take away all of your drive because it's just ugh. It's just yuck. It's just negativity. It's fears, it's projections. They don't do anything for themselves. They steady make excuses. They steady lie to themselves. They steady blame other people. There's zero accountability. Okay. Zero. Okay. Because they don't know or love themselves. So they don't want you to know and love yourself. See, I'm speaking today because this is an important message. Be careful who you associate with. There are people that will draw you. They'll suck onto you just like a leech, and they'll take everything away from you. They'll take away your hopes, your dreams. They can ruin your life. I'm telling you, this is real talk. They will ruin your life that by associating with them, you could be in a dangerous situation to where just by being around them can cause you to get into trouble just because you're around them. Okay? Because they are doing some dark things. They're doing some wild things, some very evil and wicked things. Be careful about all of that. I just want to encourage you to be careful who you associate with. And a lot of times we don't rope our relatives in with that. But a lot of times our relatives can be the most negative, can be the most toxic, can be the most that use us. And we got to cut it off. Cut it off, motivators, and don't feel sorry or ashamed. I got some relatives right now that are on my block list, and I'm not ashamed about it because I got my peace of mind now. Because I can keep my self esteem because I don't have to hear them all the time. You think you're better than me. I'm over that. I'm over it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Know your own worth, everybody. Know your own worth. Don't worry about what another person is doing. If you can't say something out of your mouth to encourage another person, keep your mouth shut. Keep it shut. Okay? And that's what I got to say about that. And to my own relatives who are watching, that is for you. If the shoe fits, wear it. Hey, Boss Life Online. How are you doing? Welcome. Listen to what people say. Their true self will show. And a lot of times, Robert, we see the negativity. We see that they lied to us, that they gossip about other people, but we say, oh, they're just doing that to them, but they don't do that to me. You don't know. If somebody says something about somebody else, it's just a matter of time before they'll do the same thing to you. If they will stab somebody else in the back, it's just a matter of time before they will stab you in the back. That's one thing. I don't play those games. Somebody who talks out of two sides of their mouth can't be linked with Marlene. Mm-mm. I don't have time for it. And I hope you don't either. Thank you so much, Marlon. Hi, Odom. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you. Yeah, don't have time. I don't have the time, and I hope you don't either. Yeah, I dislike that so much when people say you think you're better than me. All of that is a projection of their own fears because they hate themselves. And they look at you and they see that you're stepping into your own light, that you know your own worth, that you follow through, that you're not lazy, that you're a beautiful human being. People like to be around you. People love you. A lot of people are jealous because they see that people like to be around you, that people support you. People hate that. And instead of getting on board and working on their own self, working on loving their own self, getting their own business, being accountable. How about you go to therapy? How about you love yourself? How about you do something nice for yourself? How about you take some ownership for yourself? All right. It's all of those things. It's all of those things. And I can't make somebody else love themselves. All I can do is come on my platform and I say every single time, love yourself, even if other people don't love you. Love you, even when it's hard, even when you doubt, even when you have fears. Don't let nobody come out of their mouth and tell you that you're nobody. It's the main people who say, you think you're better than me, you think you're something, you think you're all of that. They're the main ones that don't love themselves. They're the ones that hate themselves. They're just jealous. They're just jealous because you can walk with your head up, because you're making your dreams come true. People are jealous of that. They don't like it. And I had to learn to be okay with getting some hatred. I had to be okay that I'm a bright beam of light. And you too, motivators, when you're a bright beam of light, when you're using your gifts, when you use your gifts, people hate you. When you can stand up and radiate and shine vibrantly, just because people are just naturally drawn to you, just because you're just being you. See, do more of that. Be more of that. And don't be ashamed of who you are. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed of yourself. Don't let anybody make you feel ashamed of your backstory, about the things that you have been through. See, what people don't know is people don't know about the times where you were in a pit, when you were in the lowest of low, when you didn't have two nickels to rub together. People don't know about that. People don't know about when you have your struggles with your mental health. They don't know about that. People don't know about the struggles that you may have had with the health problem. They don't know about that. And they don't care. But they steady are projecting. They're steady judging you. They're steady sending hatred your way, giving you the side eye. It's okay. We got to learn to be okay with the hatred, because the more that you're doing what you're supposed to, the sidelines of haters will grow. It's just a natural thing. You're going to get more and more judgments. It's okay. Be okay with the judgments. Be okay with those who are projecting. Be okay, because it doesn't matter. Those things, just like my dad used to always say, you have to be like a duck. Let that water roll right off your back. Everything that they say, don't let them into your force field. Don't let them in. Don't let them in. See, we have to pay attention to what we let in. We have to be careful with who we trust. You have to be careful. We have to be careful. And I wish that I had, I think about it sometimes, man, where would I have been if 5 years ago I would have believed in myself more? Where would I have been if I stopped listening to, if I stopped looking to the side and say, oh, look what they're doing, and looking to the side and saying, what are they doing? No. Every time you look to the left or the right, you slow yourself and take your eye off your target. Don't take your eye off your target. You got to know what your target is. Know your worth. Know your worth. And it don't have nothing to do with anybody else. It doesn't matter who you're in a relationship with. It don't matter who like you. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. It doesn't matter what wrong. All irrelevant. All that matters is your today. Who are you today? Who are you today? And I say to each and every one of you that has had a story, each and every one of you that has had a struggle, each and every one of you that somebody told you that you were nobody, that you would never make it. Don't let nobody tell you that you will never make it. Remember to strengthen that on the inside. I know myself and I know my worth. Don't let nobody tell you any different. Yes, they are talking about you also behind your back. That's true. It's so true. It really is. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Big O. How are you doing? Welcome. Let's see if I miss anything else, and I'm about to start on my next point. I have people like that in my life, always talking. I do not ask my family for support in. Yeah, there's certain things that I had to learn for myself to stop seeking support from people who don't even support themselves. You can't ask for people to love you that don't love themselves, that don't fill up their own cup, that don't have their own boundaries. That's why they don't respect yours. Hmm. They don't respect your boundaries because they have none for themselves. Hmm. Yes, all of that, all of those things. Nope, not even 4 pennies. They have no money in their account. Okay. And they're steady telling you to save some money. And you know what I learned? Why they tell you to save your money? So that they can borrow some. Merlin cannot be played anymore. Oh, you want me to save my money so I can give it away? Careful. No, ma'am. No, sir. We're not doing that. We don't do that over here. We are aware. We're aware of our energy. We're aware of our light. We're aware of what we can do. We know about focus. We're not afraid of change because the change is inside of me. It's in my spirit to say that the change is inside of me, but I must believe in a change. Hmm. I must believe that I can change. I must believe that a change is coming for me and that I'm willing to do anything to get my progress, to get my elevation, to get my energy to thrive. It means that we have to make certain sacrifices. Mhm. That means that we got to leave certain people behind. So as you escalate, as you elevate, you got to say bye to certain people. Bye. And that's just it. That's it. Yes, Marlon, who am I today? I'm not talking about your yesterday, 7 months ago, 7 years ago. I mean today. Okay? I mean today. Yes. Thank you, Big O. I did a facial, so. And they are talking about themselves when they put you down. Yes. They are talking about themselves and they hate themselves. Hmm. Yes, yes, all of that. Scully, Scully, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Awesome. I really appreciate everybody's here. Hit the like, everybody. Hit the like. Marlon says, I remember when one of my family members was a YouTuber. They had videos with over 100K views. And when I had 100 followers, I was being applauded. But after hitting 1K, I was being hated. You know, there's nothing that you can do about people like that. The whole thing that I learned is people think that it's a competition. And I had to learn that I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm just in competition with myself and being a better Marlene. And I say to you, insert your name, be a better you. You know about what you need to do. You know what you need to work on. Okay? You know your light. You know what brings you joy, what gives you peace. We have to learn to tap into that. Be aware of it. Be aware of your worth. And don't let anybody stop you from believing it. Don't let anybody stop you from doing something that may be challenging, that may be hard. Do some research. Get a mentor, get a counselor. Yeah, all those things. Let's go and let's get it, motivators. Get into what is meant to be for you. I don't mean your auntie, your mama, your cousin, your friend, your workmate. No, your neighbor, whoever it is. I mean you. How are you doing? What do you want? What makes you thrive? What brings you peace? What brings you joy? What are you What is the reason why you're here? Mm. When I talk to people all the time, when I have sessions with them, okay, when I'm speaking to them about, you know, why are you doing what you do? What is your purpose in life? What is your passion? What do you want to be? They just feel like, oh, well, I have a job, and don't not I'm not knocking anybody. Nothing is wrong with a job. Do what you have to do to take care of yourself and your family. But what about in addition to it? What about a hobby, a side hustle, a grind, until then maybe you be able to replace that job with a whole new life and be your business person, be a businesswoman, be a businessman. See, my mom always said it, and she said it right. I appreciate my mother and I love her for this. She always told me, she said, Marlene, nobody is going to know your business like you know your business. You got to know what makes you tick. You got to know when certain things is that just over. I need to stop doing this. Stop trying to force relationships and force this and force that. Mm-mm. That's over. I left that 2 years ago. I no longer do anything that takes away from my light. And I have to be very aware of my spirit when my spirit says, nope, something's wrong with that one. Stay away. I listen to my spirit. It's always right on point. When I say it's on point, it's on point. Later on, we find out the reason why you shouldn't be around them. You find out why they are disruptive or whoever, or maybe they're just not right for you. Okay, at the moment. So be aware of all of those things, everybody. Be aware. Awesome, Scully. Thank you for being here. And I'm so glad that you're here and everybody in the chat. Thank you all so much. Oh, thank you so much, Puzzle Pieces, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And let me remove that for a second so I can say, pause, please, while the super chat hits. I love that, Panda. Shout out to you, Puzzle Pieces. Thank you so much. And I have, I think I did number 4. So we're on the last point, everybody. Last point. Let me put the link back here in the chat one last time. Okay. Link is in the chat. Anybody have something that they want to share? Okay, here we go. Point number 5, you become what or who you listen to, but you got to know yourself. Okay. And that's something, it's worth pausing on that. The person that you may have been when you were 13, 15, 17, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, whatever age you are, you should mature from certain things. You should grow from things. You have to be your own advocate. You must be your own friend. I say that all the time, motivators. You must be your own friend. And that means saying no. That means setting boundaries. That means don't let other people take advantage of you. That means not explaining things. You got to know what you're made of. You got to know what you deserve. You have to know what you're about. You got to know that. Don't let anybody tell you any different. When you have something that is inside of you, okay, something has been downloaded inside of you, a personal gift, a personal talent. Don't let anybody stop you and slow you down and tell you that that won't work or that's stupid. Remember what is meant to be for you. Nobody can stop it. Nobody can stop it. Okay? You're the one that has to make the decision that it stopped because we give up. Let's just say it what it is, motivators. There's certain things that happens to us in our lives and we give up because we get discouraged. And it's nothing wrong with it. Everybody gets discouraged from time to time, every single person. And people are lying if they say they don't get discouraged. Everybody gives way to tears. Everybody feels sad. Everybody feels disappointed. Everybody thinks that it won't work out. Everyone has fears. Everyone has doubts. But the whole thing is that we don't listen to that. We say, that's enough. And I do like my great friend, Mother Avis, told me, anytime that there is some negativity in your home, you better go to that door. And you open that door and you say, fear, get out of here. Doubt, get out of here. You don't belong here. Go, go, go. Remove and rebuke all of the evil spirits. Remove them, even for your own self. You got to say for your own self, today I don't feel like I deserve to feel, but I rebuke it and I speak positively over my life, and I am somebody. So get out of here, evil and wicked spirit. Open that door. I'm telling you, open that door. And then watch, as soon as you open that door, all that negative spirit, it will leave, and in comes the positive one. And I say, and I welcome in the positive spirit. That part. Yeah. Know that it will get better, right, Scully? So I have my guest co-host. I'm gonna let up. Just hold on one more minute, Nexie. I'm almost done. Know your own goals. Know what you're about, what you deserve. You got to know your own goals, what you want to do with your life, and also know your worth. You are worthy, capable, and deserving. And a lot of times we don't feel like it because we're going through a bad road, because you're going through a health problem. We think a lot of times when we are struggling that we're not thriving. You're thriving the moment that you tell yourself, I am. That's why what we think about ourselves, what we say about ourselves, what we speak about ourselves, what we listen to, who we associate with, why it all matters. Know your potential, motivators. You have the potential to win, to succeed. Anything that you meet with will meet with success if you believe it. You must first believe it and get into passion. If you find that you don't have passion in your life, there should be something that you want to wake up every morning and you go to bed every night with the same determination and the drive. You can't wait for your day to begin. If you don't have it, start to rethink why. What is draining me? Am I not within my purpose and my plan and my focus for my life? Or what? Ask the questions and then make the changes. Yeah, all of those things. So let's welcome up to the show, Miss Nexie.
Hello, Marlene. Hi, chat.
Hi, how are you doing? Welcome.
Oh, just taking in all this positivity. But most of all, I wanted to come up and say I felt it was easier set up here than typed.
Okay.
But my I had to learn as I started working on myself, Marlene, that you know my therapist said, pour all that love you have on you first, because if you pour it all on you, the radiation of all that love is going to be spread all over. It's going to be spread all over the place. And it's going to be able to allow you to see people truly for who they are. Because your love is going to be able to protect you, warn you, give you the signs. These people are too negative for me. I had to cut off a lot of family members from me first, and then my kids and a lot of extended family, because their negativity was a little too much for what I was trying to create on my family. But that thought of pouring all the love on me first is what has gotten me to where I am today. And yes, you're right. We all get depressed. We all get down from time to time. We all get to the point where we're just, I don't want to do this today. But again, with the love you pour on you, propels you. to say, you know what, yes, I don't want to do this today, but I have to. I have to. I have to bring this message forward, because I'm sure there's times that you don't want to do this, that
Yeah.
you're like in your feelings.
Yes. And I said, "Oh, I'm tired today. They won't miss me, or do they? Is nobody's even watching this anyways, or I'm not reaching anybody, you know?" And like my dear friend Mother Avis always tells me what to do when you encounter negativity. Open that door.
Exactly.
Out of here.
Yeah, you have to propel yourself, and only through self-love and self-positivity. And what that means is, don't take what others say into consideration unless it can make a change in you. I have a trusted group of 5 people, and I, like I said, a handful of people that I actually take into consideration, who, the whatever it is that I'm dealing with, and whatever they tell me that I can and cannot do. But overall, you have to be loved first,
Mhm.
right? You have to be, the love has to be poured on you first, and continue to move forward. Discard anyone that doesn't bring any light into your life, pretty
Mm.
much.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying, you have to pay attention to your energy.
Yes, yes, you do.
Mm.
Yes, you do. Because as we have expressed it before, Marlene, there's people who drain it out of you. And if you keep them
Mhm.
around, you're going to be drained all the time.
Yep. Yeah. That's so important for us to pay attention to those things, and it's not something that we're actually born into. There's a lot of things in this life that you have to learn just by a hard knock life of making mistakes or being taken advantage of, or a lot of things. You have to come into your own. You have to learn how to treat yourself. You have to learn about boundaries. You have to learn about all of these things, and you have to know about, hmm, is this person really want the best for me, or is the person using me? Before my awareness, I never knew that there were people
Mm-hmm.
who were only out to use me. I just thought, oh, they just like me.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
But it's through, you know, if we would listen, if we would not worked on ourselves, Marlene, I don't think we would have been able, with the negativity we have around us, that we have already pushed away, you and I have. But if we would have not, we probably wouldn't be able to get off from the couch.
Exactly.
Because the minute you cannot help them anymore, or you're not useful to them anymore, they don't call you, you don't exist, pretty much. And so, finding a way to get rid of people like that, and finding your way to positive people who, instead of using you, will encourage you, and having the ability to know the difference is what makes you, a grown up, a better individual,
Exactly.
someone that is already working on themselves. So I say I come from a family that are very negative, extended family that are so negative, Marlene. I'm telling you, so many things that they said to me that I was like, I'm glad I didn't pay them no mind, because it some things that, if I would have not started because of their negativity, I probably would have been regretting right now.
Nexie, I'm so glad you said that. And the reason I'm smiling is not because I'm happy about what you're saying, but that makes me smile inside of me, because there was a time where I was in that really dark space where my how I felt about myself was dependent on other people. And
Mm-hmm.
that's a very sad place to be in your life. You have to make decisions about how you think, how you feel. You stand up for yourself, protect your space, your energy, your light, your thoughts, all of those things, and be aware of it. And also ask questions, like check it too, like, why do I feel this way right now?
Mm-hmm.
Why do I have to do this for X, Y, and Z person? Why? Ask yourself before you just go and make decisions. Is this aligning with my spirit? Is this aligning with what I actually want to do? Or do I feel forced to do it?
Exactly. And I feel that if we would have not um, been able to work on ourselves, Marlene, and been able to see what these negative people were are about, and how much they were actually bringing us down and damaging our, us and the relationships around us. I feel that if we would have not gotten rid of them, or maybe if we would have not experienced them in our lives, I feel that we probably wouldn't be able to be here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Marlene said something about, so I think life itself has prepared us for us to be
Yes.
here and deal with all the hate and all the negativity, because you're not gonna be able to um, disregard or all the negative people around you, or the copycats, or those that are always talking ill of you. So I feel that the fact that we're here in one piece and we can continue to go on with all this negativity around us shows us that we make the right decisions
Right.
to get rid of those people and work on ourselves and secure our mental health, because I feel that someone that is not there yet shouldn't be anywhere here around this YouTube streets, or on social
Yeah.
media,
Yeah.
period, because there's a lot of hate
Yeah.
that can bring you down, and make you doubt yourself, and make you depressed because of the things that some people say.
Mm. Yeah, I've been feeling like I want to have a conversation about that. Like what you were saying about the effects of social media, because I've been on this platform since I believe 2007, a really long time. But in the beginning, I was not a content creator, I was just a supporter. But around 2011, 12, somewhere around there, I turned into a content creator, and I learned a lot about myself. And you learn more about yourself, that be you can't be anybody other than yourself. I feel like that's the
Exactly.
most important lesson that I've learned since I've been on this platform. But I'm going to go into it when I make a video. But for me, for right now, I think that's the most important lesson that I would like to share with all you motivators. Um, don't try to be anybody other than yourself, because who you are is always good enough. And the ones that will like you will stick around, and the ones that won't will leave. And when they leave, it's a blessing for you.
And sometimes it's not even about you, Marlene, as I
Yeah.
said previously. Sometimes they're pouring that negativity and those feelings of insecurity and everything on you, but in reality it's them, you
Mhm.
know it's that saying, it's not you, it's me. In reality, it's not me, it's you. And so we have to take into consideration that when people come into our lives and they start being negative or putting us down, either because of the way we look or the way we talk, or the fact that we speak a certain way, or we don't speak loud enough, whatever it is that is bothering them, it's about them, it's not about you. But
Yep.
only someone that has worked on itself can actually see those things, and can actually easily say, delete, or like somebody said yesterday, blocked.
Yeah, that's I didn't know how much peace of mind and how much sanity that I keep just by that block button is so beautiful.
Hmm.
The block button is beautiful. Block people. Don't think, oh, should I? And oh, they'll be upset with me. Who cares?
Who cares? Your mental health will thank you later. Being around, and I don't know if you have ever gone through this, Marlene, but when you come in contact with certain people that you befriend, and then you start feeling yourself turning into very negative, or judgmental, or always criticizing others, you start going that way, and you don't understand, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? I was never like this before. And it's that new friendship that you haven't really, uh,
Mhm.
I don't know, like look into yet, and you start seeing that this person is the one pouring those things, and that's when you have to back away and say, no, 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 nope, that's not good, that's a
Mhm.
negative person. We have to accept others the same way we want to be accepted. I have flaws, many of them. I have plenty of flaws, we all do, but I have to give people the same chances as far as accepting their flaws. That doesn't mean I have to keep them in my life. And they don't have to keep me in their lives either if they don't want to. But having that ability to do that, it requires a certain part maturity level on your part.
Mhm.
I keep my mind, my sanity, I keep it very, I take it into consideration very much because I have someone that depends on me and
Mhm.
needs me to be at my best mentally and health wise and spiritually. So I do not allow people to come into my life and bring negativity around me because, this little guy needs me, right?
Right.
And so that person does not need me, probably needs something from me, but not me, because whoever wants me in their lives accepts me and I accept them for who they are.
Exactly. And one of the best things is my wonderful, now, man, I wish she was around and I miss her every day. One of the best mentors you can ever get in your life. She poured so much love into me. She mothered me, grandmothered me, auntied me, friended me, all of it. And one of the things that she told me is that there you have to not let other people take from your light just because they're in a dark space. Don't let anybody dim your light. You keep
Ex-
on shining. Don't let nobody stop your light or bring you down. Anytime you realize that somebody is taking away from you, subtracting from you, if somebody's not adding to you, they're subtracting from you. So get rid of them.
exactly. You always have that one person that teaches you that, or that shows you that, getting away from people like that, toxic people like that, or negative people like that, that are gonna bring you more hurt than joy. It's okay to do that. Having people around you like that is very rewarding, because
Mhm.
you haven't had the aunties or the mothers or the brothers or the sisters
Mhm.
around, so this person gave you everything the way it's supposed to be, not the way you had it. And making you see that is what turned you into the person that you are today. And I thank God had my dad and my sisters around that were positive and kind and loving people.
Mhm.
um, when I started working on myself, I already had that positivity. I just had to polish it and learn how to say no to certain things and learn how to guard my sanity. So, but it is important for us to know that we come first,
Mhm.
because if we're not okay and if we're not pouring on ourselves, there's no way we can pour on others.
Yep. And you will be you'd have a skewed sense of reality. Like you start to think because of other people, their projections, their fears, you will start thinking like you're nobody. I'm ugly, I have no worth, I have no potential. You start believing that if you listen to the people who are in that position, to what's that's their belief system. And
Mhm.
that's why you have to strengthen that inside of yourself, regardless of what is happening on the outside. I don't let it come on the inside of me.
And that's probably something that is difficult to do at first, but
Hmm.
once you get the hang of,
Yeah.
it's so much fun to do it. No, I shouldn't say fun, but it is fun. No, it's so much easier to do.
Yeah.
We, see, we only have this one life, Marlene.
Hmm.
The way we live it and the way we enjoy it is up to us. Allowing others or outsiders come in to disrupt that It's something that we are allowing. So we need to be the ones to take care of that and not let it happen. Because when you are unhappy, you pour all that unhappiness on the people around you.
Really do. Mhm. You really do. You really do. And I always used to look at other women and other men that had an amazing life, and I would always ask myself, why can't I be like that? When the answer was always inside of me. You can have and be anything that you want, but it's about the decisions. What decisions am I making? Do I force myself to follow through? Do I allow myself to be consistent? Do I say, keep your word, do the right thing, get up and do it, keep on trying, stay focused? We have to be our own friend and motivator and advocate. You know, you have to play different roles within your own self. There are many times Marlene doesn't feel encouraged, but then my own friend says, Marlene, be encouraged. And then I keep trying. Then I keep fighting. Then I get up again. Then I continue to fight. All of those things I think is so important for your progress and feeling good about yourself as a human being.
Exactly. I have been, I don't know if you have gone through this, and I think you said you had, when we come to work and we're so positive, right? We're so
Mhm.
happy. And people are like, why are you always happy? Oh my God. And I'm thinking in my head, if you only knew what it takes for me to come to work this happy, the pep talks that I have to have with myself every morning to prepare and to get to work and pour positivity and love all around me. It takes
Mhm.
a lot sometimes because you're not always waking up with a positive vibe or that loving vibe. Sometimes you don't want to do it, but you have
Mhm.
to help yourself. And that's why I say loving yourself is the most important thing you can do. You come first, and
Yeah.
then that will resonate with everybody else. But people like that are always trying to bring you down, the best thing you can do is stay positive.
Yeah, it really is. That's one of that's one of the best things that you can do in this life is just allowing yourself to just be who you are. And what another thing that I learned when I was in therapy is allow yourself to be where you are. A lot of
Hmm.
times we are so wanting for whatever's going to have, whatever is to come, whatever is to be, that you don't allow yourself to enjoy where you are currently. You know, think about the things that you have, you know, showing gratitude and appreciation for what you've overcome. And that always encourages me. There was a lot of times where I could have given up, right? I could have thrown in the towel. I could have just said, this is too much. And I tried many times. But I believe there's a lot of things that stop me from that. And it's important for us to realize that today is a new day for me. No matter what I've done, no matter what I've gone through, no matter who supports me, I am somebody. I believe in me, and I'm going to make my dreams a reality.
Exactly. And you have to find whatever it is that propels you for that, right? For me, Marlene, is if I see something I like that somebody has, right? And I'm like, oh, I like it. I like that. Or if I want a certain certification or whatever, that this person has propels me to want to
Mhm.
get it, and that motivates me to, yes, I want to get it, I'm gonna get it, I don't care what I have to do, I'm gonna get that. And that propels me to continue to try. I don't put a set date on when I'm gonna get it, but the fact that I continue to strive for it is what propels me every day to do certain things, because we have to get positivity, energy, and love from whatever we can find it every day. That's part of life, right? In order for us to continue to, because people are not positive all the time. That's tiring. It's not, and it's not a natural occurrence. It's not something that you just, I'm positive and I'm gonna be positive for the rest of my life. That's impossible. We all have to have our downtime. We all have to have our uptime. That's a normal human, right? Because positivity all the
Mhm.
time, I'm telling you, I'll get super tired.
Yes. And
I'll
I
be
hear,
asleep by midday. If
yeah. I always tell people all the time, it's not that I want to be positive all the time. I have no choice. I'm responsible because if I'm not positive, I can't be focused. And if I'm not positive, I can't be a good leader. I can't
exactly.
take leadership seriously.
Exactly. There you go. In order for you to lead your life and others, you need that positivity. How you get it or where you get it from, make sure you get it before you leave your house, because that's where you can make the difference, right? In anybody else's life outside your home. So prepare yourself at home. If you feel that you're not there, then if you can stay home and not go out and not, do anything that, may harm somebody else, then don't go out. But if you do have to, make sure that you are positive, that you
Hmm.
are trying to have that life that you want to have. Don't go outside with a negative attitude, because at that point, that's all you're gonna get that day. Have you ever had those days where you
Yes.
get out with the on the left side, the left foot on the left side of the bed, and you're like, why is all this happening to me? And you don't stop and think that you were the one who brought all this negativity on you.
Hmm. But also, Nexie, I have to say, I learned something from my friend, Boss Life Online. She told me something that really helped me when you're going through and you're having a bad day. She taught me that you can give yourself permission to start your day again. And I was like, what? I was like, she was like, yeah. And I was like, what do you mean start your day off again? That means that you can just say, whatever happened right now in this moment, I'm giving myself permission to, I'm going to be positive. My outlook, I'm not going to be upset about whatever happened. I'm starting my day again and I'm going to be positive. So it's going to get better right now.
That is super smart. That's actually a good thing to do. Yes.
Thank you,
Giving
Gia.
yourself that permission. Thank you, Gio. And you do have to do that sometimes. You're right. You do. But, loving yourself first, it's going to help you achieve anything in life,
Hmm.
right? It's going to help you um, strive for the best for you. And then in return, it's going to help you do the same for others that depend on you. We
Yep.
came from very negative families. I mean, I came from a very negative family and extended family. That whether you want it or not, it affects you, right? It affects you in one way or another. But what we do going forward once we become adults, it's on us. We cannot use
Hmm.
family or parents anymore. We can always change where we came from.
Hmm. Yep. I think that's a really good point, and I feel like this is a really good place for us to stop and go over to the members only. But before then, let me go to the comment section, and I'll go back to you, Nexi. Taish says, "I look at being positive as a mindset, not a personality. I'm not a naturally bubbly person walking around smiling from ear to ear or frowned at either. And that doesn't mean I'm negative or positive." Right. Yeah. It depends on who you are, what you're about, what you're made of. Everybody's going to be different. Every single person. So my happiness, my joy is going to look different from Nexie's or Serious, Boss Life Online, Realist, Scully, anybody. No two people's being happy is going to look the same. But we have to know what fills us up and makes us feel good. Let's see. And Boss Life Online says, when I first go to therapy, I had not an idea about a lot of things and how to be positive. Even bad stuff happens. I can't tell you how many times I have to start my day over and still do today. Yes, me too, Gio. When you taught me that, and I no longer have bad days. And people look at me like I'm crazy when I say that. I don't have bad days. I had some bad moments, but I don't have bad days because I know when things aren't going right, I give myself the permission and I open up that door and I speak love and light into my thoughts and into my home. Yeah, all of those things. So, final words, Miss Nexie.
Um, again, the same thing that I began the when I came to the platform with is that you have to love yourself first and foremost. And what I mean by that is, make sure that you are okay, that you're doing okay, that your mind is okay, that your body is okay. You have to make sure that you are okay, and loving yourself allows you to make all the changes needed, like you said, when you start eating healthier, when you start getting help in any way you need it, mental or health wise, it doesn't matter. Love yourself first, and then after whatever is comes out of that, you can help and love everybody else around you. So positivity has to begin with us. We cannot expect anybody else to do it for us. And the same goes for loving ourselves. We have to do it ourselves first before anybody else can give us that love that we want. So just continue to be positive, continue to love yourself, continue to work on yourself, continue to grow, continue to learn. That's pretty much it.
Yes.
Thank you for having me, Marlene.
Thank you so much, Nexie. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you at members only. And also, realist one, yes, who is going to love us if we don't love ourselves first? Yeah, we have to listen to how people speak as to whether or not they are on a high vibrational frequency or on a low vibrational frequency at that time. Yes, watch the patterns, all of those things. Yeah, it's important. It's so important. And I got to say, shout out to all of you motivators, those of you who have been live, rocking with me, putting comments in the comment section. I've loved this discussion, and I want you all to have the best life, to have the most peace, to be prosperous, to love yourself, love your life, get refocused, stay away from the negative, evil, wicked spirits, all of those things, and know what you want, know your worth, and know that you deserve better. I'm Marlene, and I'm the content creator for Marlene Motivates. And on this channel, I talk about positivity, motivation, inspiration, and mindset shifting. I thank you all so much for joining. And if it's your first time here, subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you over here as a part of the Motivators family. And all are welcome to join channel membership. And we're going to head on over there. Link is on the community tab, members only live after show coming up in a few minutes. Thank you so much, Nexie. I really appreciate you.
You're welcome, Marlene, and I'd see you at the members only.
Okay.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Nexie. And shout out to all you motivators. Do your best. Be your best. Love yourself. And like I always say, every single video, story time, live stream, just know it. Just breathe it and be it and live your best life.
Be encouraged, be inspired, be yourself, you will survive. Just know it, just breathe it and be it, and live your best life. Forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? I forgive me, I love me. I've been blessed that I have made it through. I'm stronger and worthy. I am enough now. What about you? Ooh, oh,